Good morning, y'all. Welcome back to Resin Me Up. So today we're going to do something very simple because I want to get this taken care of, and I'm sure you guys remember. This is the tray that I sanded with the Let's Resin new sanding machine. So we're going to top coat this today. But I also have something else I need to review. And this is the Resiners manual mixer. So what I've done on the back of this is I have covered it with liquid latex, and this is by Alumilite. And I did it last night so that it would be dry today. So it's got a coat of that on the back, and it's already dry. And so what I'm going to do now is, and all you have to do is just with this, is you just I just poured it on there, and then I just brushed it on there, and then I just let it dry overnight. So, and then in the end, you'll see how we get that off. So basically at this point, I am going to put some cups down, and we're going to level this to make sure that it's level. I'm going to get my little handy level out here to make sure that this is level. And if it's not, then I'm going to stick, because my table is level, but that doesn't necessarily mean that that is level. So I'm going to get, it's just off just a hair. I don't know if maybe moving this cup will make a difference. Yeah. Yep. That's all I needed to do was move the cup. So, and moving the cup to there made a difference for that. So now it's completely level all the way across. So, because originally I had thought that I was going to polish this, but I changed my mind. I decided I want to top coat it because I would like to have a thick top coat on this. So, and plus I needed to review this Resiners hand mixer. So let's go ahead and get everything out of the box, see what's in here. So what comes in the box is all of that and some instructions. Set that aside. Let's go ahead and get this open. And what comes, whoa, come back here. What comes in this is a little hand tool, silicone paddle, handle, looks like maybe an extender, silicone cup, and a mat, honeycomb mat, which always comes in handy because you can never have enough of these. So we're going to set that right there. Now, looks like it's made of plastic. All right, let's dig into these instructions real quick. So this cup looks like they have for compatible cups. Looks like it'll fit on multiple. So this is the 300 ml cup. And I guess it will fit on a 450 ml cup, which I have several of those. This is a 450 ml cup. Looks like it'll fit. Surely not. 230, if I'm seeing that right, 230 ml cup. Really? Let's try that. Well, guess it does. Interesting. 230, and then also a 600 ml cup, but I don't have any of those. I'm wondering if it will fit on here. Nope, too small. But it will fit on this, which is a 500 ml, which is close to the 600. So that's pretty close. So there are the different sizes of cups that will fit on. So that's good to know. I think that's all the sizes of cups I have. Yeah, that's all the sizes of cups I have. Okay, so those are the compatible cups. So the 450, the 500, the 230, and then of course the one it came with, which is the 350. So that's good to know. So to put it together, you've got two different spots. The top one says slow. The bottom one says fast. So depending on which way you want to do it on the top, and then over here, it's just a side. Oh, that's medium speed. Okay, that makes sense. So we've got slow, fast, and medium. Okay, sorry about that, guys. My microphone died, so I had to get a different one. So we were going over this. So basically, you got to match your hexagon on here, and then this also has a hexagon, so you match it as well, and then that's going to determine. And then you want to put it on top of your cup. Now you need to pay attention, because if you add the extension onto that, you got to make sure that it fits onto your cup. Now with the extension on this, it does not fit inside this cup that it came with. So, but it looks like on the 450 one, it fits on there just perfect. So just be aware of that. So I would say that the extension is more for the bigger cups. So you can take that off and pull that right off. My fingers are slick. And then for the smaller cups, you don't need the extension. It fits on there just perfect. Just like that. And the same with this. Fits on there. And then it fits on there just perfect for those. So that is how that fits on for all the cups. Now, for this top piece, you can see, I don't know if you can see it or not, but it says slow, fast, and then the side is medium speed. So the slow is about 400 RPMs, high is 800 RPMs, and medium is 600 RPMs. So depending on which speed, you want to do. So let's just see what they look like. Match your hexagons again, because you don't want to get that stuck. So this is slow. And then this is fast, much faster. And then this is medium. So that is the speed of each one of those. So basically, you're going to mix up your resin, which we're going to do here in a second. I am going to use tabletop. We are not going to use this because I'm not using the big container. So we're not even going to mess with that. So I'm going to be using tabletop resin. Resiners does not have a tabletop resin. So I'm going to be using the Bond Crafter tabletop. And so basically, I'm going to set this aside and we're going to use the Bond Crafter. And I've got that sitting over here. With any resin, you want to pour in your part B first. And so I'm going to pour in my part B first because part A is more viscous than part B. So I am just going to mix up 100 mLs. Actually, I'm going to do 60. I mean 120 total, but I'm doing 60 of part B. Let me get some gloves on here. I forgot to plug in my microphones yesterday when I was done. Okay, and now part A, we are going to do another 60, which is going to take it to 120 because their tabletop resin is 1:1. See how thick part A is? Okay. All right. Now, I think I'm going to start mixing this on low because this is so thick. Even though I could, run it through my vacuum chamber to get the bubbles out, that's not a problem. But I think I'm going to start mixing it on low. And I'm going to hang on to it like the book says. Just like this. And I can't, I guess we'll set it right here. I don't know if that's going to work or not, but we'll try it. And we're going to start mixing this. I'm going to set a timer. Hold on a second. 1, 2, 3, 4. Start. All right, so 4 minutes. So I don't want to incorporate a lot of bubbles in there, but like I said, I have a vacuum chamber, so I can use that. But if you don't have one, I would recommend doing like this tabletop on low. Okay. Now, take this out of here, and I'm going to let you look at this because it's pretty, I'm just going to go ahead and clean this off. Okay. Looks pretty good. Just going to set this over here for a second. All right, so take a look at that. See how many bubbles are in there? That's what you're going to have to get out. So I'm going to go ahead and put this in my vacuum chamber and get those bubbles out, and then we'll get this on top of this tray. And then I'll show you the difference after I put it through my vacuum chamber, what it looks like too. So, all right, BRB. Okay. See how crystal clear that is now? Okay. I am going to scrape. I should have did this before I put it in there. Get this little mix, a little slow mix. You can kind of see some striations in there. Should have did that. Now I just incorporated more bubbles in there, but that's okay because I'm going to pour it on here. Make sure that it's mixed. Those bubbles can be taken out with a torch. I just want to make sure it's mixed up. I should have did that first. You always, after you even using a mixer, you always want to scrape the sides and give it a stir. And I cleaned my paddle already. Wiped it off with a paper towel. Just like I'm going to do with this. Just a little alcohol on a paper towel and it just wipes right off. Okay, are we ready to top this? And I don't care so much if it goes over the edge because get that out of the way. Because I've got my back completely covered. But if you just move it out to the edge, if it goes over, it goes over. Now we'll let that sit for a second. Looks like we've got a couple bubbles hanging out on the bottom. Bring those up to the top. This was one of the pieces I so wanted to do at the auction, but it was had that, that dip in it, and I didn't like that, and I wasn't gonna sell it for with that dip in it. Okay, we'll be back when it's dry. Not much of a reveal, but it'll be pretty because it's crystal clear. A couple more bubbles here hanging out. Okay, we'll be back. Bye. Okay, y'all, welcome back. This is done. Complete. That's stuck to the table. That's okay. I'll throw it away. Let me get this off of here real quick. So that is it. Isn't that pretty? You can really see, get that glare off of there. You can really see how shiny, perfectly shiny. So what we need to do from here is to flip this over and take off the liquid latex, or the latex that I put on the back, but I don't want to put any fingerprints on it. So I'm going to lay down some wax paper, and so we don't make any marks on the back. So I'm going to get a weeding tool, and I'm going to lift a corner off of this and see how easy it is to get this off. Okay, looks like it's going to come off pretty easy. So I'm just going to go around, and I want to pull this off. It's coming off really good. It's leaving a few of those bumps, but I'll get all those off. That's not a problem because the latex is underneath them, so they'll just pop right off. And it's coming right off. Yay! Well, that was easy. And I'll get those bumps off after I'm done here. Perfect. Okay, so there you have it. All done. And yay, you get to see my beautiful face. Woohoo! So it's all shiny. Looks great. Look at the sparkles in it. Can you see all the sparkles in the background? I'm so happy. It turned out so good. It's beautiful. Those colors just pop now that it's got that top coat on there. It's gorgeous. I love it. So there you have it. There's my tray completely fixed. Isn't it gorgeous? So there you have it, guys. There's my tray. And as far as the Resiners hand mixer, I'm really happy with it. Quite surprised, to be honest. It's a great little mixer. Um, Turns really nicely, and I just don't really have any complaints about it. If you don't have your regular mixer charged, this would be a great backup for that. And um, and if you don't have a hand mixer that runs on batteries, this would be great for that. So yeah, it's a great little mixer. So, and I just love how the tray turned out. It's beautiful, and yeah, I'm really happy with the tray, and I'm really happy with the hand mixer. So yeah, so remember, stay curious, stay creative, and always stay positive, and always be kind. And we will see you on the next video. Thanks for watching, guys. Have a great night. Bye.